As you kind of alluded to, I've been teaching for quite a while, and all these things just kind of happened almost organically. I didn't say I'm going to, become a restaurateur or a chef. It just started, and then from there, I really got interested in wine because, of course, there's a very strong corollary between wine and food. I really enjoy this program, the Italian Wine Scholar, and they also have the French Wine Scholar and Spanish Wine Scholar as well. And I thought, well, maybe it would be a good idea to offer this program, the IWS, Italian Wine Scholar program, in New York City. No one is doing it here. Why? Why is that? So rather than doing it online, I thought it would be really great to do it in person.
From a timing point of view, this is a great moment because you have the New York Wine Studio launching, and I don't want to put my words in your mouth. I want to hear from you, but tell me how your background and the learning we're talking about, how that has informed your decision to launch the New York Wine Studio.
Well, as you kind of alluded to, I've been teaching for quite a while, and all these things just kind of happened almost organically. I didn't say I'm going to become a restaurateur or a chef. It just started, and then from there I really got interested in wine because, of course, there's a very strong corollary between wine and food. And I got really interested in wine, and so now I started writing by mistake. Well, it wasn't really a mistake. I was doing a lot of panel tasting with Wine and Spirits magazine, whose office was very close to my restaurant. And Josh Green, the editor there, and a friend of mine for quite a while, at one point he said, "Hey, do you want to write an article?" I said, "Sure." So I started writing for them a lot, and it just went into other venues as well. And teaching, the same thing. I started giving presentations at wine conferences like Society of Wine Educators Annual Conference. I'm going to be doing something in the fall at SommCon in San Diego, which is a conference I've been presenting at for a number of years, 5 or 6 years. We took a little bit of hiatus during the COVID time. And then I started teaching around 2015 or 16 for the Wine Scholar Guild. So I was teaching for them online for about 6 years, and then they kind of changed the format of the presentations there, so that now they have recorded sessions rather than doing the live ones that I was doing for them. So it's something that I've been doing in many different forms. And at a certain point, when I wasn't teaching online for the Wine Scholar Guild anymore, I thought, well, I really enjoy this program, the Italian Wine Scholar, and they also have the French Wine Scholar and Spanish Wine Scholar as well. And I thought, well, maybe it would be a good idea to offer this program, the IWS, Italian Wine Scholar program, in New York City. No one is doing it here. Why is that? So rather than doing it online, I thought it would be really great to do it in person, where you can actually interact with the students that are there, rather than just sort of having them in the background on a computer from many different places in the world. So I wanted to offer that along with wine, because that's a very important component. Obviously, if you're talking about wine and explaining different appellations and different growing areas and different winemaking traditions, it's kind of good to be tasting the wines while you're learning about that.
Absolutely.
So so that was an idea to really kind of start to offer this program in New York City. And so I found I came across a place that was willing to host these presentations, a beautiful wine tasting area right in Midtown Manhattan, close to Grand Central. Ideal place. And in addition to doing this credential, this certification course, which is an excellent program, probably the most comprehensive educational program on Italian wine that there is, and probably this, I would say, the same for French and Spanish wine scholar as well. And in addition to that, and I was planning the Italian wine scholar program to start this this wine school, and then I wanted to do some other classes. There were individual classes where people didn't have to sort of bite into the whole program. So I'm going to be doing also, in addition to the Italian wine scholar program to start things up, do 4 individual classes that are theme oriented.
You've explained your background. Now, how can we help you? Tell us, whether it's you personally, you through the studio, or both. What websites could we be looking for you at? What social media? How can we find you? What are our next steps? How do we find you and follow you?
Well, one of the most important things is check out the website for the New York Wine Studio, which you know is, and it's very simple. It's not a big site, but it talks about the programs, the IWS program with the schedule there mapped out, and the 4 individual classes. So take a look at that, and it is newyorkwinestudio.com, of course. And there's also an email there, info@newyorkwinestudio.com. My own personal website is alantardi.com. So there's some stuff there. And I'm on pretty much, the main social media platforms, although I have to admit I don't always add a whole lot of stuff to them, because I'd rather do it kind of in a more direct, let's put it that way,